So today I'm going to talk about the RT-PCR test. Okay, so if you knew me by now, you should know that I am a biotechnology major, and I majored in biotechnology. So this is the main thing that I studied in college, right? Okay, the biotech course that I've taken is 5 hours long, bro. 5 hours long, and we meet like 4 times a week. Okay, and then I have genetics on top of that. I was taking genetics on top of that. It's 3 hours. Okay. So while I'm learning genetics, I'm learning also the biotechnology, and I was doing labs, okay? Lab after lab after lab, and what I learned was this, okay? This RT-PCR thing, okay, it's not meant to detect viruses, okay? It's not meant to find viruses in anybody, all right? So what the instructor said, you know, what the professor told me in the class was, they tried doing that, okay? They did try doing that like in the 80s, you know. It's a gay boy right there, you know, some trannies trying to get slim for the summer, but it's actually almost winter, so you know he's doing it for something else, bro. You see, I'm in California, right? So soy boys right here, man. Anyway, okay, so I'm majoring in that, right? And what the instructor said was, you know, Carey Mullis, you know, and some other scientists, they tried using it to detect viruses, right? But they failed. He said that they failed, okay, because it's not supposed to be used for that, all right? Reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction is not supposed to be used for that. And you see video after video from the university, okay, from Shomus Biology, from other instructors out there. You can look it up. Just type in, you know, biotechnology RT-PCR test, okay? No, don't put test, just put RT-PCR, okay? And see what it's all about. What it's all about is this, okay? People in the lab want to make money making insulin. So how do you make insulin? You gather, okay, instead of like taking insulin directly from an animal or something like that, you gather genetics, okay, you gather the genes, right? You amplify them, and now you can make batches and batches of insulin, okay? You take the genes that make insulin, okay, and then you amplify it, okay? You amplify it, meaning you make many copies of them, and then voila, you can make insulin, you know, as quickly as possible. Okay, I mean, not as fast as like a snap of finger like that, but you know, you still gotta do the daggone experiment, right? You still gotta wait. Okay, and after that, the purification happens after that. Okay, once you got your protein, which is the insulin. Okay, I'm using insulin for example. It can be testosterone, estrogen, or whatever the hell. Okay, you purify that to minimize immune reaction from the patient, okay, so the patient won't reject it. It's exactly as when you're doing an organ transplant. You're transplanting kidneys, you're transplanting a liver. It's exact same thing. You purify it enough, okay, and what you do is you give the patient a drug to immunosuppress it, so it doesn't, you know, so the immune system wouldn't reject it, okay. So you're doing that on top of that, you know, to make sure the patient doesn't die, okay? So after that, and then, you know, hey, oh, I just had testosterone therapy, blah, blah, blah. So there you go, okay? There you go. So what happened was, over time, they improved the purification process of the testosterone, you know, steroid and stuff like that. They improved it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's no longer, your body's no longer rejecting it. So you see what I'm saying? So some people you see, you know, injecting steroids like, oh, I took steroids, and look at me, I'm buff. So that's exactly the same thing, okay? You're trying to get proteins from the genes. So first you isolate the genes, right? You do your not RT-PCR, but you do your PCR, okay? You do your PCR to amplify the genes. Now you got several genes making several proteins, and boom, voila, there you go. Those proteins they combine together, okay, and to make the end product, which is the testosterone, steroid. Okay, so there you go. It's that simple. You see what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of steps in between. You got to do the lab, you got to do the lectures. 5-hour freaking class, man. Can you imagine you're in class for 5 hours? 3 hours for the freaking lab. I mean, 2-hour lectures and then 3 hours lab. And then, so that's why I remember it, man. So you see what I'm saying? You got to do exams on top of that, and you got to do your lab, your practical after that. So I got A's on all of them, man. So you see what I'm saying? So now you know exactly what I know exactly what I'm saying, man. I'm not one of these freaking fakers out here, man. That's why I'm telling you, it's not accurate. When they're using it, it's not for that. Okay? It's like using pliers to freaking plant trees or something like that, man. You can't do that, That's it for this video. Peace out.